The Russian Federation has lost its former influence in the Caucasus, and in Azerbaijan in particular.
I can say with confidence that the blame for the deaths of Azerbaijani citizens in this catastrophe lies with the Russian Federation.
After a series of high-profile conflicts between official Baku and Moscow, which began with the crash of an Azerbaijani passenger plane in the skies over Chechnya, followed by mutual accusations and detentions of citizens, Azerbaijan finally cast off the Kremlin's shackles by signing a peace treaty with Armenia in Washington, brokered by Trump. With anyone but not with Moscow. In addition to his senior Turkish ally Erdogan and the American peacemaker Trump, Aliyev prefers Xi Jinping over Putin. As journalists have discovered, Baku quietly abandoned the Russian S-300 and S-400 air defense systems in favor of similar Chinese HQ-9 SAM systems.
China secretly sold its HQ-9B ESAM systems to Azerbaijan, and this revealed the true state of relations with Russia.
What is the real relationship between Baku and Moscow? What is the current state of the Azerbaijani army? After the collapse of the USSR, whom does this proud Caucasian nation rely on and look up to? This and more? Coming up on Arsenal. During preparations for a large-scale military parade dedicated to the 5th anniversary of Victory Day in the Second Karabakh War, Chinese HQ-9 SAM systems were spotted in Azerbaijan. Whereas previously Baku's air defense needs were fully met by Moscow, now, instead of the Russian S-300 and S-400 systems, Azerbaijanis are opting for their Chinese copy.
Resource-rich Azerbaijan has invested significant funds in its armed forces over the past decades. And air defense, of course, is no exception. In the early 2010s, it acquired strategic long-range S-300 PMU-2 missile systems from Russia, as well as the HQ-9, a Chinese analog of the S-300 that bears a striking resemblance to it. Quite recently, in 2024, the S-300 systems in service with Azerbaijan took part in air defense exercises.
In addition to standard targets such as airplanes, helicopters and cruise missiles, the HQ-9BE is also capable of intercepting even tactical ballistic missiles with a range of up to 1,000 kilometers. The system was first demonstrated to the public in 2021. Its technical specifications are almost identical to those of the Russian systems. It has an engagement range of 260 kilometers. The maximum target altitude is 27 kilometers. The launcher holds 4 missiles and the system's deployment time is 6 minutes. As of today, the Chinese air defense system is in service with several countries. In addition to Azerbaijan, these include Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan, as well as China, Algeria, Morocco, Egypt and Iran. In addition to abandoning Russian air defense systems in favor of similar Chinese ones, Baku is also gradually moving away from Russian aircraft in favor of, once again, Chinese-made models. The Azerbaijani Air Force consists of dozens of outdated Soviet fighters, such as the Su-25, MiG-29, MiG-25, and Su-24. Interestingly, in early September 2025, media reports emerged that several MiG fighters from the Azerbaijani Air Force had been transferred to Ukraine.
Nothing unusual about that. It's just that the MiG-29s from Azerbaijan, which Aliyev handed over, I'm sure that handshake, a disgrace for many, will once again take on new meaning. Now you have to live with that.
After the start of the full-scale war in Ukraine and Ilham Aliyev's triumph in Karabakh, Baku began to upgrade its weaponry not only on the ground but also in the air. In February 2024, Azerbaijan ordered 24 Chinese-Pakistani JF-17C fighter jets with the option to purchase 50 more.
Azerbaijan may host the largest Turkish military base in the region. This decision needs to be made in the near future. It could even be leased to our other ally, the Pakistani Air Force, which possesses nuclear weapons.
In addition to military cooperation, China and Azerbaijan are strengthening their political and economic ties. At the end of August 2025, during Ilham Aliyev's visit to China, Chinese leader Xi Jinping expressed hope that Azerbaijan would also join the Shanghai Cooperation Organization in the future. Baku's greatest dependence on Moscow remains in the area of heavy ground equipment. Azerbaijan, like all the countries of the former USSR, possesses an impressive Soviet-Russian arsenal. The main battle tanks of the Azerbaijani armed forces, the T-72 and T-90, total nearly 500 units. The same situation applies to APCs and IFVs. Hundreds of Soviet BMP-2s and BTR-70s, as well as Russian BTR-82s and BMP-3s. However, given the relatively small size of the army, about 65,000, the armed forces focus not on bulky, heavy equipment, but on expertise, technology, and modern weaponry. In this regard, Azerbaijan is assisted by one of the strongest armies in the world, the Turkish army.
The president of Azerbaijan, Mr. Ilham Aliyev, succinctly expressed his attitude toward the Azerbaijani army. He said that the Azerbaijani army will receive everything it needs. Exactly so. By putting into practice the words of the Supreme Commander-in-Chief, the Azerbaijani army, after the war,
underwent another stage of development. The Shusha Declaration was drafted. The Supreme Commander-in-Chief set the task for the Azerbaijani army to develop according to the Turkish model.
Russia's assistance to Armenia during the Karabakh War did not go unnoticed by Azerbaijan and the Azerbaijani people. But you don't speak Russian. Is this a matter of principle?
Yes, it is entirely a matter of principle. We live in the Republic of Azerbaijan and our homeland is Azerbaijan.
Today, Ankara is Baku's key military and political ally. Following Turkey are Pakistan and China.
I don't even need to mention Turkey. That's their strategic partner who will stand by them through thick and thin. And could Azerbaijan in general refuse to cooperate with the Russian Federation in such a case if it gains full logistical access to export-import relations between Asia and Europe? I think so. With such powerful and influential cards currently in hand, to use the language and terminology often employed by former President Donald Trump, Azerbaijan can in fact very well bet on much stronger and more influential players than the Russian Federation.
Despite a certain thaw in relations after the Russian dictator apologized to the president of Azerbaijan in mid-October, Baku's actions, particularly in arms purchases, indicate a significant deterioration in relations between Azerbaijan and the Russian Federation. There were plenty of reasons for this, ranging from law enforcement hunting Azerbaijanis in Russia to the downing of an Azerbaijani passenger plane in the skies over Chechnya. In
Azerbaijan itself. Let's put it this way. Among the elite, among journalists, and among those who follow current events, attitudes toward the Russian Federation are now significantly more negative than before. And Azerbaijan is afraid of falling into the same vortex of the Russian world as Ukraine did.
That's all for now. Don't forget to write in the comments which types of weapons you'd like to learn more about. Like this video and of course subscribe to our Arsenal channel. The link is in the description below the video.